YouTube. What's the big old deal? Man, it's y'all favorite hood partner, Big Nina Boy. We back cracking with another one on my mama's son, man. So listen, before we get into this reaction, man, let me just drop some nuggets, cuz old keys can't unlock new doors, man. You smelling what I'm selling though? Old keys cannot unlock new doors. See, we in that time of our life now where it's either you real or you fake. You smelling what I'm selling? And catch this game though, because when you real, you not finna just sit around somebody that you know that's fake. You know what I'm saying? In fact, your energy is so solid, people don't even like that you real. See, because when you fake, you'll put up with bullshit. You see what I'm saying? When you a fake, you will tolerate bullshit. You even hang around people who you know that's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But when you real, you not finna go around some people that you know that can't keep it real. How you gonna keep it real with yourself and you can't keep it real with nobody else? You see what I'm saying? You can't keep it real with nobody else if you can't keep it real with yourself. Old keys can't unlock new doors, man. It's time for people to realize that if you ain't gonna call that sucker out on that BS that they own, then get away from them. Cause see, when you fake, you'll tolerate anything. You'll kiki in somebody's face. You'll let a fake person kiki around you. But when you real, you don't have a lot of people around you because you're not going for the BS. You smelling what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, for the YNs that's watching, man, before you die, young nigga, make sure you live before you die. And with that being said, let's get into this reaction. Shout out to the 100 people in the congregation right now. Welcome to the Nina Boy Show where we turn up, man, and we go up, man. So let's get it. 5, 4, trade, dudes. Let's go.
So Big U is about to go for a bond hearing tomorrow, and the feds basically lay out the reasons why he should not. Man, listen, I'm about to just be fair, square, obvious, and honest. Big U is not looking bad. If y'all want to jump up about 3 to 4 minutes ahead, I think that's as much as I can let y'all in on what's about to happen. Then y'all can listen to the paperwork yourself and make your own judgments. I'm not saying Big U is guilty of anything. The courts always say innocent until proven guilty. So with that being said, Big U is in a little bit of trouble. He done got on the damn phone, and I think he was being funny. Personally, I think it was just a joke. The government is basically saying, ain't no jokes here. He said that he can have Donald Trump pardon him. What? So Big U basically says, man, I can have Donald Trump pardon me. He's talking about certain things on the phone. But one of the biggest things that happened is that video that he dropped to the internet talking about whack, brick, 600, loose cannon, all of those things that he said were seen as obstruction and intimidation and all of these things. Now, there is no proof that any one of those 4 individuals are cooperating. They're co-conspirators, or what the courts called opponents, meaning his rivals, meaning ops. So the courts say that Wack and 600 are his ops. They don't say that they're cooperating with him or anything like that. So in the court paperwork you're about to see, Big U literally went to court. I mean, it's going to court tomorrow to prove his point. But his point kind of is dumb in the sense of the government saying, bro, the only reason you turned yourself in is really you had nowhere to go. And you thought by turning yourself in, you could get bond. This is supposed to be a pattern of behavior. But it turns out that he actually would have had a better chance of basically getting that bond had he never dropped that damn video on Instagram. Not only that, They're saying that Big U has already intimidated witnesses. He knew the night before that the feds were coming to his door, so he was already on the run. He talked to some lawyers. Some lawyers basically gave him the advice to say, turn yourself in, because if you turn yourself in, that looks better to the courts, that you'll be able to come to court and basically your obligations. Now, what they're basically alleging is, of course, these main three things. These are the main, well, not main three things. These are the main things of the government. They're charging him with murder, RW. They're saying that he's an extortionist, but he's not an extortionist. They basically say he lied to these people. So all the athletes that y'all hear or anything like that, in the damn paperwork, it's basically saying he didn't extort them. It's saying he lied to them. He pulled and tugged on their heartstrings like, hey, help a brother out. You know how these cats get on that Dr. Umar shit, in my opinion. So they say, all right, Big U tugged at heartstrings and duped people into giving donations, not extortions. So everything y'all see, from the Rich Homie Quans to the Chris Browns to the Shaqs to the Draymond Greens to all of these individuals, they're not saying that they were extorted. He's saying, well, they're saying, the government is saying Big U lied. Then to top that off, they're saying Big U already knows all of this crap. Big U already knows what he's done, who he done it to, and he's obstructed. They're saying actually, too, that the witnesses that they had no longer cooperated. So what they're going to try to do is pin him on the murder of RW and money crimes. Now, the extortion victim, 50-50. So we'll see how that goes. But with no further ado, this is Big U's bill response from the feds. And one more thing, bro. I'm not a professional reader, bro. I graduated from a continuation high school, bro. I'm an all right reader, in my opinion. So if I mess up
shout out to Seti Nash, man. Seti Nash actually been grinding, but let me tell y'all some game, man. Being alone is better than being feared. You smell what I'm saying? Because when you by yourself, you don't got to worry about nobody turning on you. Look at all of this shit that Big U been through. You see what I'm saying? He got to worry about who turning on him now. You see what I'm saying? Listen, catch this game, though. Big U worried about being feared. Because when y'all heard of Big U, he was just a ghost. Everybody, he had a reputation, and then he came out the shadows and into the light. And then they see this big dude from 60'S who got this charismatic persona, and nigga like, oh, there go the face that matched that motherfucker. Nigga don't want no problem. But he was to me, Big U was way more powerful. Appreciate the super sticker, Purple. He was way more powerful than him coming out into the shadows. Because you got to realize something. See, when you by yourself, can't nobody, you don't gotta worry about who gonna backstab you, who gonna betray you. Because betrayal always comes from the people that you know. Now, Big U could point the finger at anybody he want to, but at the bottom line, this is a result of him betraying people that he was close to, and now they double back in betraying him. It's a lot of dudes over there that I'm telling y'all, I could see this without a doubt. Listen to me. They're going to, they want Big U. And only way Big U will probably get out of this unless he give up some shit that's going over there in the 6-0s. You see what I'm saying? And I highly doubt he'll do that. But y'all got to realize something, man. Betrayal, all this shit it's a double cross. It's a double back. And see, a lot of them dudes be rubber ducking on each other because when you have power and you got that type of power, you come off as ain't nobody bigger than the program. But if somebody disrespect you, then, it's a problem. But when it comes to everybody else, ain't nobody... Somebody is always going to have a problem with that. How can you enforce ain't nobody bigger than the program when shit, you over here, they said something about breaking somebody's arm and all that shit. Big U, this is what Big U did. Big U went over there on Noriega on Drink Champs and told them he ain't never had to steal nothing. He ain't never had to do anything. Any nigga that was in LA that was getting money, nigga, they was paying rent. He was the landlord. You said that out your own motherfucking mouth. You got to understand something. See, the smart guy always wins in the end. The smart dude wins in the end, and the tough guy always got to go. Because I told you the game is 60% mental, 40% physical. I don't care how you cut that. Being alone is better than being feared. Because when you're feared, everybody is gonna program with you until your hands get crossed, tied up. And as soon as they get your ass, it's gonna be niggas right there. Yeah, look, yeah, thought you slick, motherfucker. Yeah, look at your mother, look at your mother upper room, nigga. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, say it now, nigga. Say it. Yeah, like when what's coming? Yeah, when Debo come around, I don't say shit. But when he gone, nigga, I be talking my shit. Yeah, that and look. You can say what you want to say, but all of these people, man, they watching because they're trying to they're gonna look at it like this. They're gonna say Big U, his charisma, it was a facade. They're gonna try to paint him. Have anybody ever seen Big U do anything? No, right? But then they got all of this shit, and the people who are the victims of them are gonna be the ones that come out. You see what I'm saying? It shouldn't be no witnesses, because if you're witness to what he did, nigga, you're telling. I don't give a fuck what you say, nigga. If he didn't put his motherfucking hands on you and all that shit, and especially if you're a gangbanger, bro. If you're a gangbanger and you telling what that nigga did, nigga, you dead wrong. I don't care, nigga. You didn't do nothing about it. If a nigga kung fu your ass, hit you in your throat and made you fart or some shit like that, nigga, and you didn't fight his big ass, then let it go. No, not especially if you're a gangbanger. Now, if you citizens and all that shit, I can't speak for citizens. I can't speak for y'all. I don't come from that world. I come from a world where, nigga, you touch me, I'm gonna touch you back. And if you could kick my ass, well, picture your mama standing over your motherfucking coffin. If you could kick my motherfucking ass, nigga, and depending on how you kick my ass, it's gonna be depending how I take this motherfucker to your coffin. You know what I'm saying? Because I swear, I always, nigga, knock my teeth out. Nigga, I swear to God, your mama go stand over your coffin, nigga, crying because your stupid ass wanted to try to play a game with the wrong nigga. That's how I always feel about some shit. But like I said, man, that's why I stay by myself. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, being alone is way more better than being feared. I don't care what they tell you, nigga. You can have all the fear you want. At the end, somewhere down that line, your number gonna get called. Everybody, don't ever get it twisted. Your number gonna get called on this black top. You might have finessed him, finagle some shit. But even in the streets, bro, everybody gotta pay that piper. You see what I'm saying? Look, man. Hey, energy don't lie. You can't escape the energy. You know what I'm saying? When you got that type of energy on you, and like I said, the devil come attack you when you try to change your life. That's when the devil come. When you leading with what he doing, destruction, chaos, genocide, selling dope and shit. When I sit back and I think about those late nights, I'm sitting in the dope spot, I'm chopping up dope, and I got my blue rag on my neck and shit. All I'm thinking about is the money. And I never thought about what I was doing to my community. You know what I'm saying? And it comes to that point where, we was just trying to make money just so we could survive and not even realize that we was the ones that was poisoning our own community. You know what I'm saying? And listen, homie, honest to God, if you still selling yay, it's 2025, nigga, you've been selling yay for 30 years. Nigga, you don't got a car. You don't have a place to stay. Then nigga, you done failed in selling dope. Nigga, you just been getting by. Nigga, that's just like the lunch tickets we used to get to go to the public school. Remember them yellow and blue tickets and shit? Nigga, we got those coming every day just to get by. Nigga, if you ain't made it this far and you still selling yay, nigga, then you done wasted 30 years of your life. Nigga, talking about, yeah, nigga, I'm a D-boy. Now you ain't no D-boy, nigga. You're a runner. You just selling you curve serving, nigga. Nigga out here curve serving. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? It gotta come to the point where we gotta stop glorifying the shit that we do and take accountability. The real man is go, take accountability, but it ain't no facade when you own up to it, homie. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I say, watching this whole Big U thing unravel, homie, I'm not taking no sides on, oh yeah, that cousin, I'm like this. I'm just straightforward. And this is catastrophic. That's how big this is. It's extremely big. This is large. And this is going to go down in the history books. And these young YNs, they don't even realize that this type of time that Big U facing, man, them niggas be calling him mama. They talking about giving me 300 months. 300 months. Yeah, motherfucker. yeah. Catch that though. Yeah, nigga. Talking about, yeah. And guess what that little nigga mama go do? Shit, son, you can't tell? Well, I'm telling on everybody. My baby ain't finna go do no 300 months. My baby ain't finna do all that time. And motherfucker don't even know. She thinking 300 days. No, 300 months, nigga. 300 months. It's only 12 months in a year. So do that math. She gonna get out here and go tell on everybody. So that's why I really feel like a lot of people should be tuned into this. A lot of people should be watching this because at the end of the day, this will tell you, nigga, you can't escape nothing. You might get away for a couple years, but it'll come back and bite you in your ass. And then the ones that were smart enough to know, look, man, I made it this far. Let me step back and change my route. You know what I'm saying? You could sit back and like, whew, thank God, nigga, told your ass. Gotta give you signs when to step away or when to fall back from the game. Because if you stay too long, this is what's gonna happen to you. Let's go.
Fumble on words. I'm just not about to redo this crap. I can do it perfectly as far as read this crap, but Sadie Nash ain't doing all that, bruh. If I mess up, I mess up. I fix it. So if y'all don't like it, bruh, I don't know what to tell you. Find somebody else to do this. And one more thing. Look, I ain't got no hat on. Oh, my God. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Big head Nash on down. Man, this just came out today. So if y'all look at the date, it's filed. It's 4/21. That means today. I don't want to hear anybody get on here and start dissing me and all this crap. Man, listen, I'm not trying to hear nothing. So the hearing date is scheduled for tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. West Coast time. Plaintiff, United States of America, by and through its counsel of record, the United States Attorney for the Central District of California, and Assistant United States Attorney Kevin J. Butler and Jenna Maccabee. I'm assuming that's Maccabee, but whatever, or McCabe, but we'll just say Mac. All right. Hereby files its brief in support of detention for defendant Eugene Henley Jr., also known as AKA Big U, AKA Unc, AKA Draws, AKA Hannibal, AKA Hannibal Muhammad, AKA Anybody Killer, AKA Dave Austin. Damn, kid. All right. This brief is based upon the attached memorandum of points and authorities, the files and records in this case, in such further evidence and argument as the court may permit, dated April 21st, 2025. All right, so y'all got all this, right? Cool. So we're going
to... Wow, that's not... Hey, let me ask y'all something, chat. Do you remember when your mama told you to keep your mouth closed when you was eating? Do y'all remember when your mama told you to keep your mouth closed when you was eating? That applied to the streets. That applied to the streets. Look at all of this. I'm like, this is extremely catastrophic. And they're going to bury him alive. Do y'all remember when your mama told you to keep your mouth closed while you was eating? That shit applies to the streets. That applies to life. See, I noticed everything Big U was doing. Big U was showing the defense his playbook. He was showing the enemy what his playbook was looking like. Y'all got to understand something. Hey, catch this. Hey, why you think a fish keep his mouth closed? So he don't get caught on the hook. You see what I'm saying? All them fish floating in the water with their mouth open and shit, they always get caught with that motherfucking hook. But when you keep your mouth closed, nigga, you don't got to worry about catching that hook. You see what I'm saying? And I'm sitting back, I'm like, damn, all of this shit they got on Big U, they been had this. This is homework. See, the feds don't come get you when you commit a crime. They go sit them people with the surveillance up under you. They go watch. They go sit back. They go watch everything you doing. You getting away with shit. You acting like you just super kingpin tuck and all that mafioso shit. Yeah, hey Charlie, he bust his balls, mate. All that weak ass shit. Look, bro. You got to realize the things that your mama told you at that dinner table when you were sitting down. She didn't work damn near 13 motherfucking hours. And here come your little loud ass smacking, eating motherfucking spaghettis, flying all over the place. You talking with food in your mouth. Remember when you couldn't even drink your juice, your Kool-Aid until you finished eating? Oh, nigga, don't tell me I'm the only one, nigga. I had to eat my food. Remember nigga drink the juice and not even eat the food because I grew up with a gang of people and it was a big pot of spaghetti like this. And we all had to eat that. Rest in peace. I ain't gonna say nothing because you kicked my ass last time I was talking. But I remember that shit, boy. You couldn't even. Y'all remember, man? Y'all remember? We couldn't even eat. We had to actually eat our food before we had our drink. You know what I'm saying? Y'all that was spoiled and had your privilege of having that. I ain't mad at you, boy. But back in the day, nigga, shit. And you had to keep your motherfucking mouth closed at that dinner table, especially while you chewing, while you eat. I mean, look, you keep your mouth closed. Stop talking. Y'all remember that shit? You got your ass popped at the dinner table. You know what I'm saying? Or if you was hungry, you know what hey, Chad, put it in the comments. What your mama or your grandmama told you when you was hungry, you know what I'm saying? And it was past dinner time. She told you to do what? So you can stop the hunger. Put it in the comment section if y'all remember that. When you was hungry, she told your ass to do something if you was hungry. She told your ass to go to sleep. You understand what I'm saying? Let's go. All right.
We're going to go through the statement of facts, and we'll just go from there. And let's scroll down. For decades, defendant Eugene Henley Jr., also known as Big U defendant, has put on a public facade, masquerading as a reformed gang member and legitimate businessman whose only ambition was to better his community. But defendant wasn't helping Chris Shaw. He was helping himself in the shadows. Defendant was secretly operating as kingpin of a criminal enterprise that has ruled Los Angeles through violence, fear, and intimidation. Now, he seeks pretrial release under the guise of his reformed persona, even though his criminal activities have included murder, extortion, robbery, wire fraud, bank fraud, and human trafficking. The court should see through defendant's farce and keep him in custody for the safety of the community. To avoid custody, defendant will no doubt continue his double dealing as he did to celebrities and other donors that he duped into believing they were helping young, underprivileged athletes chase their dreams. So think about that part. They say he duped them. So they're not saying extortion. So when people are talking about all the athletes and all that crap and everything, understand they're saying that he duped them, meaning he lied to them. So all this, oh, y'all, you extorted Draymond and all these athletes and all that crap. No, they're just saying that he lied to them. Got it? All right, cool. When in reality, they were unwittingly.
Nah, bro, I gotta be real. I gotta be real, man. You know, it's so crazy. And catch this game, though, right? See, when you got a good heart, you know what I'm saying? You looking like a sweet lick to somebody else. You see what I'm saying? Y'all gotta understand something. A taker will always spot a giver. You see what I'm saying? Somebody who just take. Somebody who will take and give nothing in return. And catch this game. A taker will always spot a giver. And that's why I say I pray for all the empaths in the world, because those people have it the hardest. You see what I'm saying? And just people with good hearts. Because, you know, when you a giver, you know what I'm saying, and you got a good heart, some people will look at you like a sweet lick in them streets. And see, those people that was given to Big U out of the kindness of their heart, you thought you was doing something to them. You didn't hurt them. That was who they really are. You see what I'm saying? But to you, they are alleged. It looked like they was a walking lick to you, a sweet lick. You know what I'm saying? And they did it out of pure. They did it out of love. You know, some people, nigga, it's people I didn't did shit for that I would never ever see ever again in life. And I don't care if I don't ever see them again in life. The fact that I was able to help some people that if I had, I was able to do it, that was my biggest blessing from God. I could do that. That person will never forgive me even if they wrong me, if they talk bad about me, it don't even matter. See, this world, y'all got to realize something, man. This everything, like, even, and I ain't gonna even get into religions, like even the church, man, it's an institution. You got to realize, when I seen what's the singer talking about, close the pew, close the doors, we need $40,000, and I seen that, it was mind blowing. Because I remember going to a church, I even made a donation, and they said, if you're not a member of my church, don't expect me to pray for you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, nigga, I could take my little $40 back, and I gave them $40. Yeah, nigga, $40 was a lot to me back then. and I heard that. I said, oh, man, hey, I'm trying to tell that usher, hey, man, go ahead, give me that $40 back up out of there, man. Yeah, give me that $40 out of there, man. You know what I'm saying? But nah, real talk, though, man. We got to realize something, man. Don't you ever doubt, when you got that heart, you got that good heart. Don't you ever change that, because anybody that's gonna wrong you, Marvin Sapp, there you go, appreciate you, Amber. You know, anybody that don't have genuine intentions and all that good shit, and you did it out the kindness of your heart, man, this universe is watching. You can't escape that energy. You see what I'm saying? And even if you were empathing, for all the empaths out there, may God bless y'all soul. I hope God continue to push your journey through, because you could go through shit yourself and nobody don't even know it. You a blessing to everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And people don't even stop to ask you how you doing. You know what I'm saying? So if everybody ain't been asked, man, I hope y'all having a good day. I hope y'all stay down, stay solid. Make sure y'all hit the like button, comment, subscribe. Y'all know how I do it, man. We got to take a commercial break, but I will be doing promo. You know, I'll be going live. I always say, man, invest in y'all business. Go ahead, hit me in the DMs. I could put y'all business, y'all YouTube channel on the live. 600 people see it. That's excellent promotion. You see what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all right now, fuck with me, man. Get y'all business across. If you don't have a big channel, I put it on the screen, whether it's people follow or not. 600 people seen it. Sometimes it's 1,000 in here. I got good deals, man. It's time to grind. It's time to hustle. And yeah, man, let me take this short commercial break. And yeah, nigga, y'all know how we do it. Let's go. I know how to shoot. I know how to fight. I tell you run, don't tell you twice. I'm real discreet. The thief in the night. Yeah. If I call you girl, I know how to skate. I know how to shoot. I know how to fight. I tell you run, don't tell you twice. I'm real discreet. The thief in the night. Thief in the night. If I call you girl, I know how to skate. I know how to shoot. I know how to fight. So yeah, so before we get back into it, hey man, look, if y'all got an Instagram, look, I posted, put it all through the screen with all your information, your contacts. Y'all hit me up, man. Get the promo. You feel me? Some good smooth deals, man. If you don't have a big audience, why not pay for it, man? I even paid for it, get my shit out there. You know what I'm saying? Just to get up there. So now I'm up there. Y'all go ahead, man. Come catch these good little deals, homie. I could put your mixtape, your business. If you're a chef, you cook. You do anything that's social media related base. When you got 600 people in a live, you want that advertisement to come. Y'all go pay all these the Super Bowl pay the biggest advertising. They pay $3 million for a 1 second clip. So, fuck with me, man. Let's get the marketing going. Let's get the advertising going. I don't care what's going on, man. I can always put it in through my commercial breaks and we get to it. So let's get back into this reaction, guy. Let's go.
Lining defendant's pockets as he embezzled donation after donation. Even in his short time in custody, he is up to his old tricks. Whoa. Once again, trying to use some of the same celebrities for his personal gain. He has even suggested that he can manipulate the president of the United States in intervening in this case and dropping the charges, even as he simultaneously derisively refers to the president as the Orange Man. What? Come on, what the hell? While in custody, this court should not be fooled by the good deeds defendant promises to accomplish if he could close the detention doors behind him. The truth is that he will undoubtedly cause exponential harm to the case, to the community, and to others if he were released. Defendants should remain detained for the safety of the community, the victims and witnesses. In this case, the defendant's own words, if I would have had a problem with any man, the issue would have been resolved, and he wouldn't be here, or I wouldn't be here. And for the hope of some semblance of justice for the families of his victims, indeed, with seemingly just hours of notice of his impending arrest, defendant has already destroyed valuable evidence, attempted to paint false narrative of his criminality in the public, and publicly condemn his enemies by name. He cannot be allowed to continue on his obstructive path. Any supporters defendant may offer as sureties will not protect the community. They did not save RW, whom defendant murdered and abandoned in the desert. They did not save defendant's countless extortion and embezzlement victims whom defendant terrorized or tricked for years. They did not stop defendant from leaving Los Angeles in the midnight hours before his arrest or hurling thinly veiled threats in the lead up to his surrender. The court should have no trouble finding that defendant represents a danger and risk of non-appearance, non-compliance with court orders that cannot be adequately mitigated through release conditions. With the utmost respect to pretrial services, pretrial supervision is not enough. For the sake of the community, defendant should remain in custody. Defendant is a dedicated Rollin 60 and leader of his own violent racketeering enterprise. Defendant is an avowed and former member of the Rollin 60 neighborhood Crip Street gang as early as 1992. The Los Angeles Times described defendant as the leader of that gang, and little has changed as defendant has aged. As he states in many interviews, when asked about any gang tattoos, it ain't on you, it's in you. Indeed, defendant's gang ties run deep in his hood. Defendant has loudly recounted the terror he instilled for years. In various interviews, defendant recounts selling narcotics, taking a percentage of all illegal activity in the neighborhood, leading to the body snatchers, kidnapping crew, and eventually going to prison, where he immediately claims to have paid off the guards and taken a percentage of drug sales. Come on, y'all know that's all right. Now, after an investigation spanning more than 4 years, defendant was charged with running the Big U enterprise from at least 2010 until his arrest, which often used Rollin 60's as muscle in his criminal activity. Specifically, defendant often assisted by Rollin 60's or other members of associates of the Big U enterprise, use intimidation, fear, violence, threats of violence, assaults, extortion, and murder in the streets for power and profit. Through the media and his nonprofit development options, defendant portrayed himself as the neighborhood savior and drawing in donations and government resources intended to benefit at-risk youth, but which he oftentimes used to fund his lifestyle instead. Despite his life of crime, defendant never wanted to return to jail, so he went to great lengths to avoid law enforcement detection, tamper with witnesses, and otherwise obstruct justice. Recent examples of defendants' acts or threats of violence: murder of R.W. and I don't even know if I really want to read this, but whatever. In 2021, defendant drove to Las Vegas with another enterprise member to confront R.W., a rapper signed a defendant's record label who was also a close friend of defendant's son and someone defendant had known for years, apparently upset about R.W.'s lack of studio production and purported diss song. Defendant left the studio with R.W. in the middle of the night for R.W.'s Airbnb. R.W. leaving his Airbnb with his belongings was the last time he was seen alive, as he was found the next morning with gunshot wounds to the head. Defendant returned to the studio hours after he had left, claiming he had gone to the gym despite the 2 a.m. hour. Defendant's cell phone actively the obstructionist conduct of other members of the enterprise. The defendant's own words and reactions intercepted on wire prove his guilt of the heinous crime. R.W.'s murder not only demands defendants' continued detention, but cautious against what may happen to other witnesses, cooperators, and victims were defended to be released on bond, robbery, and extortion. Throughout the period of interception and before, defendant was captured on audio and video recordings extorting victim one, both through a co-defendant, Sylvester Robinson, and personally. In doing so, defendant and Robinson frequently threatened violence against victim one if he failed to pay their fees. Those threats were not empty. When victim one started to ignore defendant's calls demanding extortion payments, defendant sent multiple armed robbers to victim one's dispensary to rob him, and then demanded $10,000 from victim one to prevent future robberies. In multiple intercepted calls, defendant and his co-conspirators discussed even more robberies they were committing. Robinson also frequently told victim one about defendant's violence, including that defendant was the only OG still actively committing murders. In addition to the constant extortion of victim one, defendant extorted victim two for $30,000 for a party thrown in defendant's honor in December 2021. When the victims requested to pay only $20,000, defendant responded with force, threatening, "I'll tear that bitch up. It won't be a club there no more." And then sending Robinson, another co-defendant, Mark Martin, and members of the Rollin 60's to confront victim two at his business and extort $30,000 from him. While the substantive extortion counts are currently limited to just some of those extortions of victim one and victim two, they are not defendant's only extortions. For example, on October 19, 2021, defendant told victim one and defendant was taking over the extortion of another business owner. Then, on November 7, 2022, on an intercepted call, after yet another extortion victim stated that defendant had not fully paid the extortion victim for work on defendant's vehicle, defendant directed Martin to call the extortion victim right now and stated that he would go out there and kill that nigga. On February 14, 2023, damn, on Valentine's Day, on another intercepted call, Robinson told defendant that Robinson told Jewboy that he owed the Big U Enterprise money, that they would allow a payment plan, but if he did not pay, they were going to shut this motherfucker down. Power to direct violence. Making him that much more dangerous, defendant holds power over others, threatening and committing violence. For example, on November 23, 2022, on an intercepted call, defendant said that he could pay 3 people $50 each to beat up someone and described paying people to mess up a store.
Wow, man, this is catastrophic, gang. It looked like he cooked, man. It looked like he cooked. But I want y'all to be mindful and be cautious that it's always gonna be that them niggas that you grew up in a sandbox with, niggas that you grew up out the mud with. It's gonna be them niggas that watch you drink water from a water hose because you was thirsty and you couldn't go inside the house because your mama said, "Don't you bring your ass back until the lights come on." You smelling what I'm selling? It's gonna be those motherfuckers that's a hater. It's gonna be the ones that you grew up with, that watch you, nigga, wear that same dirty ass t-shirt 2-3 days in a row. Nigga, it's gonna be the one that nigga knew you ain't took a bath in 2 days. You know what I'm saying? Maybe because your water was off. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be those same people that's gonna hate on you, bro. You know what I'm saying? If God remove you out of certain situations, take that as a life lesson. If somebody moves somebody out your life, don't go back looking for them. See, sometimes God will make you fall out with the people that you still want to be in contact with, the people that you still want to be around. You might not be okay with the decisions God made for you, but he did it for a reason, because he knew he couldn't bless you with certain people around you. Some of y'all still want people in your life that don't even want to be in your lives, because if they was that important to you, they'd still be in your life. You know what I'm saying? Let me cook for a minute. Understand this, man. Everything happened for a reason. You know, if God changed your life, nigga, change. You know what I'm saying? It's niggas get, look, you gonna have to pay for everything you do in this world. If you made it this far, you got this far, and he see you on your journey, he might say, I didn't put you through enough. You know what I'm saying? Because I always said it's so easy to call on God. But when God call on you, ooh, shit, you gonna lose that job. You get evicted from that apartment. You see what I'm saying? That car go break down. Yo, that man who you love, when he open up your legs and put that dick up inside your ass and hit that spot and have your legs shaking, walking bow-legged to the bathroom, and that woman that when you fold her motherfucking legs back, nigga, and you knock that motherfucker to the ceiling and you coming hard and all that shit, and you're feeling something and all that shit, God to take them people away from you. It's a journey. You know, that's sometimes he'll stop, right? Everybody's not meant to be in everybody's life forever. You smelling what I'm saying? So if you've been in multiple relationships and in and out of relationships, that goes the same for your life, the streets, everything. See, sometimes you got to realize God might take you 30 years with this shit. Maybe some people die, they 5th year gang banging, some 20 years. If he move you out of some shit and tell you, hey, go get a job, go this way, go that way. Stop saying, oh, are they still gonna love me, God, because you told me to go get a job and take care of my family? Stop worrying about if these people how they gonna feel about you. Stop worrying about anybody besides the people you like. Because let me tell you something. Sometimes you even be laying with the enemy. You understand what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. Some women you gotta realize, some men get in wrong relationships because of beauty, and some women get in wrong relationships because of money. Some women will get in the wrong relationship because of money. And as soon as you get the nigga with some money, here he go treating your ass like you a kid. He treating you like you ain't smart. He treating you like you don't have no value. And some of you niggas getting in relationships with women because she be like, damn, that is bad. Oh, shit. Every time I fuck her ass, nigga, I in it, splash. Shit. Fuck. Shit, I told you don't move. And she like, nigga, you can't even get the pussy without you coming and all. And look, she only with you because of money. You see what I'm saying? And you like, I told your ass don't move and shit. You always want to talk, stop moaning and shit. You know, they want to bite their little nail and they want to moan. They're like, yeah, here's your daddy, it's your daddy. Here's your dumb ass. You falling for the shit. You like, who's this? She like, it's yours. Oh my God, I'm about to come. I'm creaming. Oh my God. You like, oh, fuck. And you like, man, fuck. Then she like, look, me and my girls going out for drinks tonight. I need the credit card. You like, all right, the credit card on the counter. Then you sitting back, laying back and shit. You roll my blunt. She rolled your blunt. You smoking. Then you like, damn, I wonder how much money this bitch gonna spend tonight. Then you nigga, she be gone. You smoking and shit. You playing video game with your boys and shit. She's like, oh babe, I spent $1,000. I had to pay for everybody drinks. You like, oh shit. It's good. She told you that shit, but she didn't tell your ass they didn't pay for valet parking. She didn't went to an after hour, nigga. She didn't ran it up to $2,000. I hope that good little nut you had, nigga, was it. Next day, your mama said, hey, baby, I need $500. I'm trying to fix my garden. Nigga, she's like, here, mom. Yeah, use the card I gave you. Decline. Yeah, motherfucker. See, some of y'all getting wrong relationships because of money. Some getting wrong relationships because of beauty. We gotta be mindful, man. And be mindful that it be the niggas that you know, that you come up out the sandbox with, that hate on you. The same nigga that had the same 24 hours, you know what I'm saying, that you had. The same nigga that, see, he ain't mad at you, he ain't mad that it's happening. He mad that you got it. He ain't mad that it's possible. He mad that you was the one that made it. How can he be happy for you when he don't got shit going for himself? And then that's why I say sometimes you got to even pray for your haters. I know that's crazy. Pray for your haters, because when you pray for money, you don't pray to keep the envy out of your homie's heart, because some of your closest friend will turn your enemy. You see what I'm saying? He a friend today, but be an enemy tomorrow when God start blessing you. You don't know who will turn on you. You don't know who will flip on you. You don't know what you got will make somebody not like you no more. Sometimes, have you ever had some friend you ain't did shit besides choose a route of your own and they don't like you no more? They don't fuck with you because you keep getting blessed in front of them. They don't fuck with you like that because why every you remind them of failure. You remind them every time you coming over smelling good and shit, you got a couple dollars to put something on the barbecue, the drink, the food, or you buying gifts for nieces and nephews, and they looking like, shit, who this bitch think she is? Yeah, bitch, you always come around here smiling and shit. See, sometimes your smile can make somebody not fuck with you no more because you unbothered, you unbroken. You see what I'm saying? Some people, let me tell you something, when you don't expect nothing from anybody, you can't get hurt by anything or anyone. You can't expect nothing from your man. You can't expect nothing from your woman. Don't expect nothing from nobody. That way you can't get hurt because you don't expect nothing from them. And that's how we cook over here at the Nina Boy Show. Let's get it.
Or that was refusing to provide defendant a discount. On April 17, 2023, on another intercepted call, defendant directed an individual to deliver a message to another marijuana dispensary owner. That defendant said, fuck him, and that he fucked with the wrong guy. Despite a prior 23-year sentence for armed robbery, defendant stayed armed. Since at least July 20th, 1992, defendant has been prohibited from even possessing firearms based on his felony convictions for second-degree robbery with a firearm, conspiracy, and drug trafficking, for which he received a 23-year prison sentence. Upon his release from prison, he nevertheless continued to use firearms himself, like he murdered RW and directed others to use firearms, like when they robbed Victor One's dispensary. Throughout his investigation, recordings corroborated that defendant constantly was armed. On October 22nd, 2022, Robinson told Victor One that defendant and Robinson will be attending an after party at a club that Victor One was promoting and that a pat down is out because defendant will be in attendance, implying that defendant was armed. On an intercepted call a month later, defendant told an incarcerated individual that anyone coming at him better come correct because defendant always has two blowers, i.e., firearms on him. On January 3rd, 2023, on an intercepted call, defendant described to an incarcerated individual tooling up with firearms to travel to Crips neighborhood because we were the most arrogant, bougie, self-righteous motherfuckers on the planet. On April 1st, 2023, on another intercepted call, defendant asked someone to grab defendant's blower, which he left on the ground, and a blue sweatshirt in front of a tire. Defendant is not only a physical danger, but a financial danger too. Defendant's crimes against victims are not confined only to violence. He spent decades creating a facade of a reformed gang member who seeks to build rather than destroy his community. So, disguised defendant used that persona primarily to take from the very community he claims to help. Hundreds of thousands of dollars flowed from charitable donors and government programs to defendants' developing options bank account. Almost immediately, he siphoned off much money into his personal bank account. Defendant got richer and richer off his fraud, like the extortions and robberies, owning multiple homes, driving a Mercedes, taking lavish trips, and shopping for luxuries like a $30,000 necklace. The money taken from donors and taxpayers' pockets will never find their intended benefactors. The at-risk youth and children of Crenshaw. That damage cannot be undone, but defendant's success in deceiving politicians, celebrities, and community activists, as well as the public at large, further militates against his release back into the community as he attempts to fund an expensive defense. Defendant is fluent in obstruction. Oh, this ought to be crazy. All of it may be founded on crimes, but defendant built a charmed life following his 23-year sentence for armed robbery. He does not want to give it up and uses obstruction frequently to avoid that. The destruction of surveillance footage, use of intercepted applications like FaceTime, demands to meet in person to avoid law enforcement, intercepted communications, use of multiple phones and cars, orders not to speak to law enforcement, and chastising any perceived or suspected cooperators are detailed in the charging instruments. A few are also highlighted here. Even when the criminal charges were not against defendant personally, defendant instructed a victim relative that the victim was to go to the lineup, tell him to pick the wrong person to insinuate defendant's associate from the charges, a master manipulator. Defendant told another associate that to influence the media for his lawsuit against law enforcement, he should show both positive and negative parts of his life, wear glasses, and say that he was working with developing options, even though he was not. On multiple intercepted calls, defendant talked about beating up or at least breaking a witness's jaw. And while defendant may claim other reasons for feuding with that witness, this court should protect him. After fleeing with his phones in the hours before his scheduled arrest in this case in an attempt to intimidate and dissuade anyone from cooperating with law enforcement or otherwise reporting information about defendant. Defendant posted publicly on Instagram naming his co-defendants and known opponents, instructing the public not to associate with them and claiming that if they did, they were not black. And I told y'all, bro, I said that post he put on Instagram was insane. I did not understand that. Like, bro, I damn near went off. But, you know, it is what.
Man, this a game. Man, that man cooked, man. If y'all learn nothing from me, man, learn this. And I know this might be seeming surprising, but sometimes even your mama could be a hater. Listen to me. I'm just sitting back and I'm just thinking of everything with this case and everything from the beginning of his sister, everybody, just all of this shit. Let me tell you something. I know it might be surprising, but even your sister could be a fucking hater. Your brother could be, even your daddy, nigga, your grandma could be a fucking hater. You understand what I'm saying? It's time to wake the fuck up, man. And listen, you're not obligated to be around anybody. You're not obligated to hang around anybody, talk about anybody. Because seeing niggas get caught up in this type of shit, it's a lot of low vibration going on in the fucking world. And some of us didn't even know what low vibration was until it was a thing. Now it's a thing. And now I get low vibration. You see what I'm saying? I understand 100,000% why I don't fuck with nobody. Cause I don't got time for that bullshit, no low vibration. Look, it's some family members that probably will never see me again. I'm gonna be honest with you. And I'm just looking at this and reacting to this shit, and shit just be popping up. And I hope y'all standing with me on this. It gotta be some people that I don't give enough disrespect to nobody. I don't give a fuck if it's your mama. If she bring a low vibration, don't bring your ass around her. She was the one that told you to get a job and keep your head down. She didn't tell you to go to college, go be an entrepreneur, go get rich. Some of y'all parents never told y'all to do shit. Not even your daddy. Some of y'all, not your daddy. Some of y'all idolize y'all daddy. Your daddy ain't never did shit for you. But you love his motherfucking dirt. That's my daddy and shit. But you out here telling some man that his job is to provide for you and you ain't never even had a daddy provide for you. This go for niggas and women. Sometimes you gotta let everybody go out your fucking life. I'm reacting to this shit and I'm seeing how people got caught up and all of this. Man, I'm just like, catch this game, right? I'm cutting some more people off today. I'm gonna go through my phone, block, and if that's you, don't call, don't get in contact, nigga. You're low vibration. I don't want no low vibration around me. It's gonna be some people that I even have love for. I probably never talk to them again. I don't trust shit. Now you got to believe everybody recording your phone calls. Everybody is out to get you. You got to think like that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody right now, cut them off. Man, your sister, she always, your brother, nigga, your auntie, especially the motherfucking aunties that try to act like they holding the family down. Nigga, ain't no more family. That family shit dead. Nigga, if they don't call you every day, if they don't call to check on you, nigga, they obviously don't give a fuck about you. That's how we taking this shit. We taking it like that unless you know ones with good heart. Because some good people, you don't got to talk to them every day. But you know some motherfuckers who call you, hey, how you doing? What you up to? Oh, well, my car broke down and, Bobby ain't had a job in 3 months. And shit. I know what you about to ask. Can I give you some? Would you? Hell, motherfucker, no, I ain't give you no motherfucking money. Shit, nigga, I ain't paying my light bill around this motherfucker. What make you think because I'm on motherfucking TV that I got some $400 for your motherfucking car when I got a light bill due coming up? Get the fuck out of here. Let's get back to the reaction. Hey, I just be going up because I just be thinking like a lot of shit. Let's go.
What it is. In an attempt to poison the jury pool, defendant posted on Instagram claiming racial profiling, ignoring that almost every single one of the defendant's victims, from RW to many of his extortion, robbery, fraud victims, and the at-risk youth he's supposed to help, are black, and blaming his co-defendants and opponents for the charges filed against him in a federal criminal complaint. Well, the news, y'all did the same exact stuff holding that damn press conference. What are you talking about? So if y'all gonna claim that shit, then y'all gotta claim y'all did the same exact thing. That like stuff like that. And I don't know if Big U's guilty or innocent. It's always innocent until proven guilty. But they just did the same thing. You don't think that whole entire press release wasn't to poison the jury pool at all either? Come on now, y'all playing a hell of a game right there. Legal standard: a defendant must be detained pending trial where no condition or combination of conditions will reasonably assure the appearance of the person as required in the safety of any other person in the community. 18 U.S.C. 3142E1. Detention is thus appropriate for a defendant who is either a danger to the community or at risk of non-appearance. And then the Bail Reform Act, we're not going to read all that. We're just going to go all the way to the bottom. Should remain detained because he is a risk of non-appearance and a danger to the community. The 43 federal charges against defendant and the damning evidence against him, his dangerous history and characteristics, and the risks of numerous specific individuals and the community at large, if he were to be released, all support his detention pending trial. Nature and circumstances of the offenses. The nature and circumstances of defendant's offenses unequivocally weigh in favor of detention. There is no crime more serious or permanent than the murder that defendant committed, and still, defendant did not stop there. Courts considering cases like defendants have unanimously ruled in favor of detention. See United States versus Tortora, or I'm gonna say Tortora. That's how I'm gonna say that right there. Detailing on murder, reversing district court's release order, noting defendant's total commitment to a life of crime, quoted defendant's threats to kill, and finding his association with organized crime and a devotion to the mafia, a highly relevant consideration to detention. The Torta court detained the defendant who made the mafia his highest priority in life and pledged fealty to its needs. Whatever the circumstances, defendant here, like in Torta, is virtually a paradigm of the criminal who, within the complaint of the Bail Reform Act, might plausibly be subjected to pretrial detention on grounds of dangerousness. Similarly, where a magistrate judge released a defendant charged with RICO crimes, including conspiracy to commit attempted murder and conspiracy to commit assault, with the background of an enterprise engaged in other acts of violence, the district court reversed, noting that the defendant is charged with violent and serious crimes and allegedly has been a member of his street gang since May 2012, and that the seriousness and violent nature of the crimes the defendant is charged with weighs against his release. United States versus Cazares, where a defendant was charged in a RICO indictment based on extortion, wire fraud, witness tampering, and other crimes, and he directed the activities of his co-defendants as defendant did here. Detention was warranted based on his activities as well as the activities of those he supervised and controlled. United States versus Sassoon, and cite multiple second court cases that have rejected as insufficient various conditions of release proposed in cases involving a pretrial detention of purported leaders of organized crime families shown to be involved in violent criminal activities. Also see United States versus Colombo, reversing release order, even where defendant did not directly participate in any crime alleged, but led the criminal enterprise that carried out criminal activities at his direction. Defendants facing RICO charges based on predicate acts of murder, conspiracy to murder, and other.
Man, this is bad, bro. This is bad, man. You know why? Because we living in an era where everybody feel like they entitled to your shit, man. And this is greed. All I see from this is greed. You understand what I'm saying? We living in the era where motherfuckers feel entitled to your shit, man. You even got motherfucking certain people, certain women in relationships, they'll thank God before they thank that man at that table. You know what I'm saying? And I always say pray for over your food. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a type of person like this. If you yelling and you an angry motherfucker and I come over to your house, I'm not eating your food. That food was made out of anger. That food wasn't made out of love. I don't want to eat no mad food out here, man. You got to watch what you consume in your body. You see what I'm saying? And we living in a society where women don't even say thank you when you give them money now. They feel like it's just entitled. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know that person. What's wrong with saying somebody giving you, I don't care if it's $20, say thank you. He don't know you. Or I always say appreciate anybody who send me, appreciate you. I appreciate that. Some people, don't nobody owe us nothing. Let me tell you something, right? Catch this game. If you come to a dinner table without a plate, you'll do anything for some food. Catch that game, Joe. You come to a table without your plate. If you come and we don't know you, if you come to this table and you don't even bring a plate, you'll do anything for some food, man. You see what I'm saying? We live in a society where everybody feel like you owe them something, like you entitled to, like they entitled to your shit. That's why I said, man, some people, man, they only clap for you when you winning. They clap for you when you winning. They don't clap for you when you, man, listen, see, sometimes when you're doing good and shit, yeah, everybody want to act like that's cool. They doing their thing. But when they see you falling, you losing, They be the ones right there. Yeah, that motherfucker losing it all. They pointing that shit out. Because some people are only in your life to watch you fall. They only in your life to watch you fall. Everybody is not in your corner. Everybody is not ain't your dog like that. You see what I'm saying? They lying to you. Some people, nigga, they can't, they still want to see if you still got that car you got with your income tax. They still want to see if you moved over to the new apartments over there, you still live there. They still want to see if you know your refrigerator still jumping the way it's jumping. You know what I'm saying? They still want to know you doing Taco Tuesday night at your crib. They can't wait to see you fall out here, man. Let's go.
The crimes were also detained on larger for readily furthering organized crime criminal objectives through violence, which appropriately describes defendant here. United States versus Elena. Moreover, as currently charged, defendant faces a statutory maximum of well over 600 years. Even discounting defendant's criminal history due to his age is currently charged. Defendant faces a likely guidelines range of life in prison.
600, bro. I know that nigga scared than a motherfucker, Jack. It's gonna be like, hey, what was that movie with Denzel Washington and shit? American, what is it? American President? What was that shit called with Denzel? He started. He was like, man, I want them cops that took my money. I give you Nicky Bonds. I give you nigga Bobby Sloan and all of that shit. What's that movie with American something, nigga, with T.I. and all that shit in that motherfucking movie? Yeah, that nigga gave up everybody. He was looking at so much time. American Gangster. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, it's go. American Gangster like a motherfucker. Yeah, that nigga would. You say 600 years? 600? You mean 600 days? 600 hours? 600 years? That nigga was, nigga, he nigga 68. That nigga was shit. Hey. Yeah, that nigga over there, that nigga over there. Yeah, that nigga over there. Get that nigga over. Hey, come on, man. Man, nigga, come get some of this time off me, nigga. I'm the big homie. Nigga, they said 600 years. I can't do all that shit on my own, man. Somebody come get some of this time, man. I ain't fucking with that shit. Yeah. Nigga, we seen it in the movies. You always see the top dog at some point, not to say he go break, but I wouldn't put it past nobody. 600 years? That's too much time. Motherfuckers, kids ain't living that long. You see what I'm saying? Shit, the average black man, nigga, barely make shit. Motherfucker, hey, man, shit, I'm telling JP and Lil Tyrone and them, man, hey, the average black man, shit, that nigga make it about what, 45 to 58. You know, nigga ain't even hitting the 80 ball no more. They putting too much shit in that McDonald's. Everybody want to eat McDonald's and them fries. Yeah, I love them fries, well done, nigga, with the salt and all that. Yeah, niggas are dying over this shit. Food kill more people than anything else. So, yeah, man, that 600, man, shit, boy. First of all, I'll tell you this. A nigga got 600 years. It's safe to say, nigga be like, man, go on, knock some of that time off. Knock some of that time off, man. It's safe to say, he might say, knock some of that shit off. 600 years, bro. That's just an embarrassment. You know what I'm saying? Bruh. Let's go.
Based on a total offense level of 43 for count one alone. God damn. The severity of the pretrial penalties involved arguments, defendants' risks of non-appearance. See United States versus Brenneman. Affirming denial of bail based on risk of non-appearance, where defendant facing fraud charges that exposed him to a range of just 57 to 71 months imprisonment. United States versus Townsend. Explaining that facing the much graver penalties possible under the present indictment, the defendants have an even greater incentive to consider flight, and noting that electronic monitoring cannot assure prevention of non-appearance. See also United States versus Gonzalez Claudio. It is entirely reasonable to conclude that a risk of flight is more likely in circumstances where evidence indicates that a defendant has engaged in terrorist activities and faces a substantial risk of being convicted of serious pending charges and receiving significant punishment. While defendant turned himself in after a period of flight and removal of evidence, he did not, at that time, know the weight of the charges, the substantial sentence he faces, or the insurmountable weight of the evidence proving his crimes. See United States versus Moscar Tolo? I don't know. I ain't even for to butcher that one. The steeper of the potential sentence, the more probable the the fight of risk is, especially considering the strong case of government quotation admitted in some, the nature and circumstances of defendant's offenses demonstrate that he is a risk of both danger and non-appearance. Weight of the evidence. The evidence that defendant committed the charged offenses is overwhelming and cannot be ignored. In assessing defendant's risk of danger and non-appearance in this case, see United States versus Aslian. I don't know. I'm finna stop doing that shit. We just finna keep on reading, man. Given the nature of the crime and the strength of the government's case, we find that the government has met its burden of showing by clear and convincing evidence that no condition or combination of conditions will reasonably assure the safety of the community. Emphasis added. Defendant was captured of audio recorders and intercepted wire calls discussing various violent and other crimes for months and even years. Many of his extortions were themselves captured in recordings. The financial records and tax documents do not lie either. They show exactly how defendant committed all his fraud, and the recordings show why. All of the evidence in this case conclusively shows defendant's personal involvement in murder, extortion, robbery, fraud, human trafficking, and tax crimes. Defendant's entire purpose was based on financial gain, respect, fear, and intimidation. Accordingly, the weight of the evidence favors defendant's continued detention. History and characteristics of defendant. This court should not fall victim to any argument about defendant's lack of convictions since his release from state custody in early 2000s. Absence of convictions is not the same as absence of crimes. Defendant's history and characteristics plainly favor detention. Defendant's involvement in multiple violent offenses while holding himself out to be a gang interventionist working with law enforcement renders him particularly dangerous to the community. The fact that Barone committed and planned violent crimes even more when purportedly cooperated with authorities signals a degree of dangerousness unlikely to be deterred by bail release conditions. I know they finna have fun with that one. They about to call Big U a snitch or whatever because they just said he was working with police. I know exactly what's about to happen. I'm not saying he is snitch based on that, but I know it is coming. Y'all can clock it like a damn highway patrol officer sitting with a speed gun. Dangerousness unlikely to be deterred by bail release conditions. Affirming district court's explanation that defendant's Hobbs Act robbery crimes were a danger to the community and affirming sentence. His violent grip over Los Angeles is exacerbated by his apparent continued access to
That's crazy work, man.
firearms despite being a felon, repeatedly discussed on intercepted calls.
Yeah, man, it's tripping right now. But yeah, anyway, let me get up out of that part, man. Right now, he's cooked, man. Big U is extremely cooked, man. When I say, he's cooked, bro. It don't look good. It don't look good at all. But let me just say this, man, right? The most expensive thing in the world is trust. I'm gonna say this. The most expensive thing, why I say it's trust is because somebody who got so much shit going on, you can't give trust to somebody who don't got nothing going on. Cheap people can't afford trust. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say you got to be careful who in your circle, who you around, who you hang with, because everybody around you can't be trusted. You see what I'm saying? That's the most expensive thing in the world is trust, bro. You can't give that shit to everybody. Niggas be out here, nigga, giving trust to a nigga that nigga smoke weed all day. You know who drink alcohol all motherfucking day. It's crazy because you want to see how some of your real friends are. Fall out with them, have a disagreement, have an argument, tell them no, and see how they handle that no. See how they switch on you when you tell them no. See how they act when you tell them you can't help their ass. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people will turn on you. You know what I'm saying? And the sad part about it is it's always the people that you know. Hey, so look, but on the flip side, y'all, look, I'm doing advertising promo on this channel. Look at those numbers. The numbers don't lie. You want to have your business, you want to have your Instagram, your social media, you want it plastered, man. You want 700 people, 1,000 people see it. That's 700 people that you ain't never seen your content before. You know what I'm saying? From all over. So y'all holla at me on Instagram. It's at the bottom. Y'all follow me on Instagram at NinaBoy_TV. Get y'all promo. On the flip side, I want to thank everybody who pulled up, man. If you ain't subscribed to the Nina Boy Show, to the Nina Boy channel, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the other side. Let's go.
sweat. So I know how to shoot, I know how to fight. I tell you once, don't tell you twice. And I'm real discreet, the thief in the night.